Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to part 2 of making the cover for our Dephemerember journal. Some things that I did while we were gone. So I did get this sewn onto here. I did decide to do the purple thread there, and then I stuck the little brads in there, tried to keep them away from the thread, so when I sew that on, that it'll be okay. I also felt like that they needed something on the edges, so I put some black soot ink right around the edges, and I left a couple not done so you could kind of see the difference. And it's super subtle, but it gives it like almost like it's got a glow effect. I just feel like it really emphasizes the messy edges. You can't really see it a whole lot, but it's there. So today we are going to, well, probably over the next couple days for me, but in this video we are going to work on finishing up our cover. So we're gonna get it all glued onto our paper bag. We're gonna get it sewn around it. We're gonna do the inside cover, kind of mess with it. I think that I will, on the inside cover, do some grunging on the fabric, but then I think I'll do pockets on the inside, on the front and the back. All right, so those are all inked. But first, we are going to start with our front cover. Now, before I start putting all of these on, I want to put it on the actual paper bag. That way it's starting to dry while we're working on all of that. Just folded it that way. And then we will be able to get it sewn on. Wow. I'm struggling with my words today. I apologize in advance. We will get through this. I will figure it out. All right, let's get this glued on. So I think to glue this on, I'm just going to use my bookbinding mixture. So this is PVA glue, bookbinding glue, and water mixed together. It's what I use to make my journals, my like nice writing journals. So let's, and I think I'm just going to put, I don't want it too thick, so I don't want it to come through the fabric. I think I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue directly onto the paper bag here. And then set the fabric right on that. Let's get a brayer. I can't remember if this is the one I use for paint or not. I have two of them, and one I use for paint and one I use for rolling fabric. They get cleaned either way, so I don't know that it matters. So that's just pressing it down to make sure that it's nice and firm. I'll just peel it back a little bit and add the next little bit of glue. I don't necessarily need this to like glue super well. I just need it to stay in place long enough to sew everything on. So I'm not too worried about it being perfect. I probably could have used glue stick on the front here because there's going to be stitching everywhere on the front. When I spilled my tea last week, at my art desk. I got some on the fabric, so it bled a little bit. It's got a weird mark there, but it'll be covered. I'm not worried about it. My glue brush in my bucket of water over there so it doesn't dry out. Okay, so I was playing with laying these out, so we need to figure out where we want these to lay, and I decided that these spots that have like the hole in it, the fabric kind of blends in with it. So I wanted to try to put something a little brighter under there. So I thought I would try something new. Close my glue so we don't spill it. So I think I'm going to take this purple metallic paint and make a grit paste, which I have never done before. So this will be an adventure. I think I'm going to try to make some grit paste and put a little bit of grit paste with this kind of messy dots stencil in a few spots and see if that brightens it up a little bit. So this is just sand that I had left over from a project I did a couple years ago. I had like 4 of these, and this one has been just sitting in my pile of miscellaneous art stuff for a while. I don't know how much sand I'm supposed to add to that. We're just making it up as we go along. Is it really preference on texture? I've never even used grit paste, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, okay. Might need a little paint. I may have put just a little bit too much sand on there. And we'll knock that over and it will go everywhere. So we're going to put the lid on. Alright, let's see here. Let's put some in this corner up here and test it out. What? Might be a little too thick. Oh, that worked a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's put some down here. I think the sand might be too green. Okay, some over here maybe. And maybe up here. the holes and stuff are going to be, so I'm not sure where I want it. I mean, I can build the holes around. I think that's going to be a hole. I may need to buy some finer sand. I don't know, but you know what? It is what it is. We're gonna go with it. We'll see what happens. All right, let's clean this off. All right, let's play some Tetris. I'll speed up through this because who knows how long this will take. Okay, I think maybe that's good. And then my label can go down here, or maybe here, for my company. You know what? I'm not thinking about it too hard. We're gonna go with this. So I think to glue these on, I'm just gonna put, like, lift them up and put a tiny bit of glue right in the center. Just to hold them. Hello? Alright, just kind of hold them in place until I can sew them. Okay, I am going to stitch all of these on so that they are on there properly, and then we will be back. Okay, we're back, and we have got all of that sewn on nicely. There may have been many swear words exchanged during that time frame. We just won't talk about it. It's challenging. That was really hard, but it turned out really cool. And as this dried, I actually really like it. It's like a super crunchy, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's just kind of cool, and it adds like a nice texture to it. So maybe we'll do that on the back a little bit too. So next, because I want to make sure that I get it on there before I sew the back on. So here's what the back looks like with all those crazy stitches everywhere. Next, we're going to do the center piece here. Now this, I vaguely have an idea of what I want to do with this, but really we're just going to go with it and see where it takes us. So let me get this set aside. I do know I've got a sweater on now because it is cold today. I do know that I want to like really rough up these edges and really grunge this up. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is just make this super grungy. So let's see here. Where can I put... Just put things in random places and then I don't know where they go. I had a cool... Oh, I found it. Okay, got it. Okay. So first I think I'm just going to kind of try to rip these edges apart a little so they're not so perfect. I do know that I want to, nice tear, oh, I have some tweezers and roll that. Can't find my straight tweezers, but I got my bendy ones, so we'll just use these. Not as easy as the straight ones. Okay. Found them. They were in the wrong bin. Okay. Let's see if we can just curl a little bit. Let's get our snug disc here. I apologize for my puppy. I don't know what she's barking at. She is grumpy today. She is barking at everything. All right, let's see, what colors do we want? Let's do a scorched timber, and I want a lighter one. Maybe frayed burlap. Here's dauber tongues. Got another sanding disc in there. All right, what did we grab again? We grabbed frayed burlap and scorched timber. Okay. What happened if I didn't already have a sanding disc on there? Different dauber. Okay. Forged timber is fairly new, but for some reason it does not have a whole lot of oomph to it. It's not a super juicy e-pad. Let's do some splatters on here. I think I actually want to do those not with an oxide. What do I have in archive? Let's see. Don't think I want black. So we got ground espresso, vintage photo, and hickory smoke. Ground espresso. What about vintage photo? Here's my cover. I did post a video making these lovely ink splotch papers. So check that out if you want to know how I made these. This is kind of how I decide what colors I want to go with. I still think I'll go with the ground espresso. Okay. Oh, I also have fallen leaves. That one might be really pretty too. Okay, we'll go with these two. Barely started and I'm already making a mess. Okay. Now the question is what? Let's get some stamp blocks out here. Now, let's see. Definitely want this one, I think. Oh, I need a longer block. Oh, leaves is so dark. Let's start with ground espresso. So we don't ruin it. All right, let's see. I don't know if you can tell that I don't do this very often, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. We're just gonna start sticking stuff places. Some splashes here and there. I had a different one too. Where was it? Which one was it? Let's try this one. Oh, we do fallen leaves. See the difference between those two. I mean, worst case scenario, if I mess it up, I print it out again. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that one. All right, all right. Let's see if we can throw one like kind of off the edge there. Let's get something kind of in the center. These are my texture stamps. These ones right here. Let's do the ground espresso though. Don't love that. Don't love that. Let's see. How can we blend that in? We did this one. Okay, I like that one better. Want something, yeah. I don't know what. Let's try that one. The ground espresso. I know I'm putting the ink on the stamp the wrong way. I'm totally being lazy. Just want a little bit more. Okay, we're getting grungy. We're getting grungy. Maybe some frayed burlap in there, lighten it up a little. Okay, we're gonna have some gold splatters on there too. I think I want to do gold splatters on the whole cover. I don't like that. Okay, we got some grungy. I think I want the corners maybe to have some eyelets. Let's see. I want hardware on here somewhere. Don't love those. Not the gold ones. No. In here. Oh, those are kind of fun. I kind of like those. And then maybe some flowers. A small bud. This guy. No. There's just one. That was too big. Okay, let's hold those down for a minute. What was that? I'm just dropping things. Don't worry about it. Okay, I don't think I want eyelets for right now. Oh, what about one of these guys? I'd have to change the color. We could maybe that I want one of these or a key, and I'm not sure which. Maybe wrapped in some wire. This wire's definitely not the right color. We would have that color. Oh, I just knocked you. I think that wire's too thick. Let's try a thinner wire here. Some jewelry wire instead, maybe. Can color this too to be a little bit more rusted looking. That wire is being difficult. Cut it. These are out. I think I'm going to say no on those. I think that I want a more silver color, not a more gold color. Let's see, what else do we have here? The key. That is an actual real vintage key. I got that at an antique shop. It's kind of expensive. I got like 4 of them. They were expensive, but they're so cool. I actually might hang that off the spine. That could be kind of cool. If I did like a little dangle. We'll think about that in a minute. I printed out these butterflies. Where did I put you, butterflies? Okay, I found them. They fell behind my desk. Okay. So I think I want to put, let's get all this out of here for a second. I think I want to put one of these butterflies on here. Maybe this blue one. Let's cut her out and see. What she would look like on there. I have a clockwork fairy journal that had some vellum butterflies that I actually drew and colored myself, and a sweet young man at one of my fairs decided to pull the wings off on accident. And so I decided I needed something a little more sturdy for the butterflies on the front of that journal. And so I printed out these acetate butterflies and replaced them with that. And it looks beautiful. I love it. I have to update my pictures on my website. But they're absolutely gorgeous. This brings that blue in a little bit too. Okay, I like that. And I think I'm going to stitch around the outside of this, I think. But I think I'm going to put Unleash Your Creativity on here. What color paper do you want, though? Put it on there and then, oh, you know what? Where was that? This. this. I was going to use this as a paper in there, but maybe a bit of grunging. That would look cool. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to set you aside for a minute. Let's see. Maybe in here. Let's see. I think I would do it in 3 separate words to cut out the pieces separately. Where's the S? No capital S. It's still on the block. I'm missing a whole row of lowercase. So unleash your creativity is the tagline for my business. All right, let's do fallen leaves. It's a nice dark color. Unleash. Honestly, I'm so sorry. Why? Oh. R. Unleash. Your. And then. See, make good switches. Come on. C. R. E. T. D. B. T. I. B. I. No, just a second. I'll get there. Just there. T. Okay, let's get rid of this. Put these back here. Okay, let's cut these out. Before I cut them out to their individual pieces, I think I'm going to add some old paper dye to it. Because I don't like the white. So let's do old paper. What I want. Oh, there. I want tea dye. I want old paper. Okay. So grab a bigger block. Phew, oh, excuse me. Phew, oh. And I did this with the permanent ink so that it won't smear, hopefully. I haven't actually tried to do this after the fact like this. We'll find out. Super dip, just give it a little flaming texture. Okay, let's cut it out. Want. And yours. Okay. Okay. Let's do. Let's put those some source number. Quite sure to get this wire to stay where I want it. It's so thin because it's a jewelry wire. We'll have to figure that out. Oh, I think I have one that says journal. I do. I did that one. It needs backing. I'm going to find some backing for that. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, didn't close my knife. Close the knife. Always close the knife. All right, I put it on some chipboard here. Oh, focus. Hello. Because then it stands out a little bit. And then I just kind of inked the edges a little. So if we do that, wrap that, we've got the butterfly. We need something underneath that butterfly. And then stitching. We need stitching. But I was thinking maybe some colored cheesecloth. Let's see if I can get a piece of this off here. Don't need a big piece. I colored this a little bit. Oh, I got like multiple layers going on here. And then put that under there. Maybe, what about this stuff? I saved this stuff. No, I like the cheesecloth more with maybe some purple. Dye it with some hickory smoke. Maybe some purple thread. What if we put some of this under these though? Oh, I like that. I wonder if I have a bigger one of these. I'll be right back. I'm gonna dye, well, yeah, I'm gonna dye this. I'm just gonna dip it in ink and then see if I have a bigger one of these. I did dye this and put it under there. I'm trying to decide if I want that. I did find some keys that were bigger, but I couldn't find one of these that were bigger. I like the idea of this, but I feel like it is really small and it needs something else with it. And I don't know what to put with it. This is driving me crazy. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe this is just how it is. Let's throw some stitching in it. I'm going to put some stitching in there and see how that changes it. I think I will do purple stitching. I will be back. Okay, so I got the stitching on. I did 2 layers of white or like a cream color and then a layer of purple. The purple you can't really see, it kind of blends in. But I think that is, it's going to have to be glued down to stay. I think that this is it. And then I want to hang this charm here. However, I only had a bright silver chain, so I'm dyeing it with some alcohol ink. I just put brown, green, and blue in there. I'm just going to let it sit for a minute, pull it out, and dry it. Probably just on a piece of paper. I'll use this guy. Trying not to have to pull out a new pair of gloves for one little chain. Usually I would wear gloves with this because if you get this alcohol ink on you, it's staying. Alright, let's see what color that turns. So while that is drying a little bit, turning a different color, let's glue all of this stuff on because I think I like it as it is. So I think we're ready to glue it on. Before we glue it on, let's put it on our cover and make sure that we like it. I think I want to put some chipboard behind it to make it stand out a little bit so it's not flat. Oh, I do like that. I like it. He's good. He's good. Okay, let's glue it down. And I'm thinking that we will probably have to do our inside on a totally separate video because this video is going to be so long already. Okay. So let's see here. Sounds like my small kids might be home. My dog is kind of wigging out. She usually does that when they get home. All right, so we are going to glue this. All right, so we just have Fabrifix here. Just gonna put a little bit right here. We're just going for it, you know? We're just gonna go for it. Whatever happens, happens. Get some glue on these butterfly. Okay. Want to strip of glue here. To put this down. And then on here. And then here. Put this one. Did that too far over. I am going to go find out why she is barking and take care of that, and I'll be right back so you don't have to listen to her yapping like that. So I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. My kids were home and they were just standing in the front yard and it was upsetting her. They were just talking in the front yard and she was wigging out. Okay. One I don't think has enough stuff on it. Let's give it a little bit more. Okay, and then we will try to glue this down with this. I don't know if this will work. Does not want to come out. We got a nice little clog in there. Come on. Come out, come out. Come out to play. Alright, there we go. Well, my babies are home now, so I'm going to go take care of them and let this glue dry a bit. And then we'll be back in a little while to put it on the cover and see how it looks. Good morning, good morning. It is actually the next day. Things got a little crazy last night and I wasn't able to come back. However, I did, while I was gone, add a couple things. So I did put some puff paint here on the center of the butterfly body. I felt like it kind of disappeared in there. And then I added these little brads right here because I was like, something is missing. It needs something more. So I added those. That's still drying a little bit, so I'm trying not to touch it. It's very hard. So our next thing that I would like to figure out is my closure. So I can't actually put this on here until I get the inside cover done because we need to stitch it. But I want to take a look at what I want my cover to kind of look like. So, or I mean my closure. So when this closes, like that'll be like that, with that on there. And I felt like that was kind of flat, so I was thinking I might put either one or two little boards behind there to kind of make it pop up off the page like that. So that's the two boards, kind of like that. I would need to ink the edges in there, or the one board. Well, the one board might be enough, actually. Maybe I'll just do one. Just kind of gives it a little oomph. Oh, I'm loving it. It's looking so cute. Okay. So for the closure, I was trying to decide if I wanted this lace that's kind of like stretchy so it gives it room to grow on the closure, or if I wanted to do like these messy kind of like, I don't even know what you would call those, but I've got this really nice frayed edge that's kind of messy. So I've got this blue that would pull out the blue paint in here, as well as the blue that's in the butterfly. I've got this kind of pink color, which I don't think really matches well. I've got this cream color. Oh, it's a small piece. I think it's between either the blue or the lace. I'm thinking I might go with the lace because I think I want this latch as a closure. I think I want it right on the edge of there, like that. And then this would be attached to the lace. Oh, I don't know if I have the right color. I could do tiny little eyelets maybe. Do you think a little eyelet would fit through there? Let's find out. Whoa! Ooh, didn't ruin my puff paint. Okay, we're okay. they don't quite fit in the hole. Could I make them fit? They're not. That's horrible focus. Hello. Oh, I broke my thumbnail. What about, I have these little guys, although I don't think they're the right color, and they're kind of big, but they would give a finished look on each side. No, it's stuck in there. That's too big. It wouldn't allow that to open and close. We don't want that. Come out. I changed my mind. So those would not work. I worry that if I use a brad, but the lace is like perfect, but if I use a brad to hold it on, I could do like further up like that and then fold it in a couple times, maybe give it a little bit more. Oh, do you know what I could do? Actually, I could put a piece of paper in there. Sturdier paper than this, obviously. But put a piece of paper in there and then fold the lace over the paper and just cut it, the paper, in the shape of this to give it a little bit more structure. Oh, I might do that. And then the brads could go on that paper. I think I might do that. Okay, I like the lace. I think I'll go with the lace. Is it too clean though? Do we need to close that so I don't dump them everywhere? Do I need to grunge it? Or do we just leave it as like this, in all this grungy, this little piece of happiness? Ooh, sorry. I also want to put this on there. Right there. I think I'll leave it not grunged and have this just piece of clean. Let's look. Let's look. I wonder if I could just fray the edges of this lace. Cut a piece off so I don't ruin the whole thing. Take the cap off. Scissors don't work with caps on. really. What if I put... Again. Just grunge it up a little bit. Not worry about trying to fray the edges, but turn the color a little bit different. What do you think? Focus, please. Thank you. It gets subtle if I added to the edge a little bit of black soot. Well, that might work. Gives it a little bit more of a grunge and less clean. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, so I do want the lace on because do I want to run a stitch through it? God, why so many decisions? I think I want to run a stitch through it because otherwise this would always be coming off of there. So I think I will grunge it up a little bit, get the right size, run a stitch right along the center here, mark the center, and then just run a stitch right along there. And then figure out how to add this latch. I got my sippy cup tea this time, so I don't spill it everywhere. I mean, knowing me, I could still very well spill it. I don't know what it is with me and spilling things. Ooh, sorry. I always have like food on my shirt or water or something that I have spilled. I'm so bad at it. All right, let's look at the length we need here. Oh, we might just need the whole rest of what I've got left. All right, the one side of that would actually just end. We can actually just end it right in here. And then it would run around and about there. Plus the extras. Let's cut it here. Okay. Let's grunge this. Scrap paper. Is there a right side and a wrong side? I have no idea. I think that's the right side. Okay. I'm actually going to use a brush for this. black set everywhere. I'm just kind of randomly just running it along the edge, very edge. A little heavy on the black right there, but that's okay. All right. Set those aside to be washed. All right. Now I think I'm just going to put some spots of tackiness along here. Let's find the center. Upside down. 4 3/4 on each side of that. All right, that's. My photographics is not coming out. I forgot that we had a blockage that never got cleared. Where did my feet go? Okay, I'm going to run a stitch along that. Do I want to run it down the center? Do I want to run it the top and the bottom? Probably at the, probably just down the center. Just a single stitch. So it should blend in okay. Let's try. I will be right back. Okay, so I ended up just running a zigzag stitch right down the center because it kind of caused it to like curl a little bit, and I kind of like that. It gives it a little bit more of a messy look. Okay, so next, I don't want to put, I can put this on the back. Is that dry enough to, yeah, I think it is. Okay. Let's put this on the back of here real quick. A little challenging with all this stuff on there. Probably should have thought of that first, but oh well. I think I need to ink that just in case it's seen. At least a little bit. We can also put this on here in the center. I love this centering ruler, by the way. There. Okay, center is here. So hold that. Pencil. I need a pencil. Can I even see that? Goodness. Yes. Okay. I actually think I'm going to use this if I can. Is that too big of a hole? That might be too big of a hole. Let's use the baby guy. Oh, are you gonna fit? Okay, I'm just peering for a second. I need to get up close and personal. Okay. Just thought it would be better to use that because then it's a nice clean hole. Alright, now we need brads. You want brads? Brads. Tweezers. Now, on our cover, so I'm going to make it the width of the spine. So I want the edge of it right there. I think I'm going to put this on first. More brads. Woo! Bye. There's so much stuff stored under my desk that's gone. That'll be found in months from now when I clean underneath my desk, which doesn't happen very often if I'm being honest, because it's a pain in the butt. What's the best? Probably that way. Oh, I just put that on backwards. Oh, man. I gotta find the spot again. Okay. Good thing I caught that before I finished it all up. We want the flat side going this way. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. I don't typically put closures on like this. I don't typically use lace as a closure because unless it's like being tied. Okay. Make sure that it's straight. I'm sure that there is easier and better ways to do this, you know? Sometimes you just gotta make it up. And then after the fact, you're like, okay, I could have done that better. want? Where's my... There. Just trying to bend these legs in so they are not in the way. That side I think will be fine. I guess we're going to put that piece of paper right there. All right, now I get a nice thick piece of paper, not a super thick piece of paper. It's decent. Don't know what's all over it. Not thick. It's not like straight up. Oh, but that's okay. Where's my lid for my glue? Okay, that may have just worked. Let's close the glue so that... Where did you go, friend? Oh, right there. Ta-da! May have been longer than is necessary, but as long as it has a closure, that's all I care about. It can be a little bit of a loose closure, that doesn't bother me. Gives it room for growth. Oh, I love it. Okay, closure in place. We can't put that on, so this is just going to be set aside for now because we have to do the inside first. Got a little dangle. Okay, this will be set aside as well. This is what is next. So I decided that I do want pockets in here, and I've got the bottom of the pants here that when I was cutting up the pants, I kept the bottom one just in case, the little bottom piece, just in case I wanted to make a pocket out of them. I think I might use them here. Do I want to scrounge it? Well, I don't really want to hold because if you're sliding something in, it'll catch on it. So maybe not. Maybe we just want to stitch around it. Ooh, what if we put some of this lace on it like that? That could be cool. Then it ties it into the front pocket. I like that. Okay. 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 Pockets. Now, I do want to, I think, well, it's kind of crazy busy. Maybe I don't want to do anything to it other than like stitching. It's got a lot going on, and if we put the pockets on, and then we can make tags for the pockets. Well, let me get the lace stitched on and stitch around the pockets. I think I'll wrap that so it's got a cleaner look. Let me get the lace stitched on and the stitching around the pockets, and then I will be back. Okay, I changed my mind about the lace. So I sewed the 2 lines. I forgot that it was on zigzag from doing the lace on the cover, so I started with a zigzag, so then I had to incorporate the zigzag in there. And it's fine, because I love it. It looks great. But I just changed my mind about the lace. Instead, I think I want to make a little plaque sign thing. I think I want to use this There's Beauty in Simplicity, as well as this Creativity is Messy. But I don't know what frames they'll fit on. And I want to make them with this like I did on the front. So let's cut some of this out again. Use our fallen leaves. Or do I want black? Let's use just straight black because we've got black on the back of here. So I'm thinking that if I tape off, I like this frame. And if I tape the inside, this might get tricky. Okay, and fold it in a little bit. This is just so that I don't get ink on the stuff that's inside of this frame, because I don't want those lines and stuff in there. I just want the frame. Okay, let's see if that works. I'm so dumb. I didn't take the tape off. I'm not done. That was just silly of me. Let's try that one more time. Okay. Round 2. Okay. Put the ink on. Then take the tape off. Then stamp it. Ooh, it worked. Oh. There's like fuzzy stuff on this. Oops. Well, okay, and then do one more. Will that fit right there? Do I need a new? I need a new piece of paper, or I might. Let's just see what that looks like in that one. If I did the Creativity is Messy in that one, because I mean it's messy anyways. center. What is this fuzziness that's happening? Oh, that actually doesn't look bad. I think I'm okay with that. I think we will leave it like that, and then I don't have to worry about making another one. Okay. These messy goes in here. Okay, and then do we want there's beauty in simplicity or own your story? I think I want own your story. Because we're not going simple, we're going crazy and messy and all over the place. So I think that I will switch that to be own your story. All right, let's cut these out and see what they look like. Okay, then we would want to dye them. We use old paper, I think. Just gonna throw that, it's fine. Oh, I forgot that I'm not supposed to do that on my mat. Oh, got a bubble. That's fine. I'll flatten it out with some books later. Okay. Now we need to ink the edges. We did we do frayed burlap or did we just do scorched timber? I think we just did scorched timber. I do a little bit of black edges on the inside here. Okay. Then we get the board. Boom on there. Oops, together. Okay, now we got I got that with a knife. That's right. This is bigger, so I don't mind where it's bigger. Where did you go? No more negative movements. We're gonna do this one. Okay, now the question is, do we leave the corners on there so that we can put some bigger brads in there? Where are you? It's not straight. I'm gonna fix that. In the corners there, or do we want two brads on each side here? I kind of like the two brads more, so let's get the corners off. but I need to fix this first. It's tricky. Okay. A little better. Okay, we're changing the blade. That's ridiculous. Oh, so much better. All right. Then we close that so I don't cut my finger off. Take our sanding disc. Do we want to do gold, or do we want to do ones that match the outside? I think I'll do gold in this one. Now do I want these bigger ones. Yeah, bigger ones for sure. I love it. Okay, other side. Alright, I love them. Okay, let's look at them on the pockets. Yes. Okay. And then do we want this underneath it? Or do we want some purple thread maybe? Because that kind of just blends in. Or another piece of cheesecloth. Found some cheesecloth instead. Or we could do both. We could do cheesecloth and purple threads. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, let's cut that in half. That's too big. Now the other question is, do we leave it white? I really like the white. Let's dye it. Okay. Where's that? Okay, we'll let those dry a bit. All right, well that is drying, so we can take a look at that. I wanted to do some stamping on here, the archival black again. I think I want to put behind where this pocket's going to go. I think I want to put some of these thread stitches on there. I could put actual stitching, but you know, I can't stitch that well. I do not think I could stitch a circle to save my life. Okay, I can't even draw a circle. All right. It kind of shows up. Let's put another one up here. Do the small one. Okay. Didn't work quite as well, but I think it's okay. got a hard time with numbers because I'm like, that's just random. We're just sticking random numbers on there. Okay. Oh, that's it. Maybe put some lace out of one side of the pocket. I need this to be dry so I can see it. Okay, I like it. I do. I have to pin. I could just glue it and pin it down. Don't think I want the lace on there. It's a stretchy material, so it created like a funky. I might have to stretch it when I put it on. Oh, do you know what would be fun? These random beads, like totally random. I don't even know. Let's think about this so you can see. Got these like super random beads. I don't even really know where they came from. They're just, I just have them. They came off of a necklace, I think. I think that's too fast. There's a nice purple. Ooh, that's a fun one. We need 3 because I'm weird like that. Black. Maybe a different shape though. Go around to the circle. Nope. You need it to be on the other side. Oh, come on. They need to be smaller. There we go. It's kind of fun. I don't know if I like that placement, but I like that idea. Let's get another one. small. Why won't you go on? There we go. Ugh, I thought I got it. What's wrong? There we go. Okay. Where did my other pocket go? Right there. Well, that's fun. Okay. I like them. Okay. 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 How many times can I say okay? Okay. I need purple thread for that one. Okay, I am going to get these pockets sewn on here and get this glued onto there. And then I think we will be done with the inside cover. And we will be ready to sew it onto our cover. Get all this out of the way. I like it. It's simple, but it is fun. We need more numbers over here. That is just weird. I like that better. Totally random, but whatever. Okay. We're going with it. We're going with it. Okay, I'm going to get these sewn on, and then I am going to sew it onto here, and then we will be back. All right, sorry for the lighting. It got late again. Time goes by so fast when you're creating. Okay, so I've got the pockets on here, got them sewn on, I've got that glued on there, this one's on there. I sewed it onto our cover with some black stitching. I feel like I need to do something here, but I can't figure out what, so I'm just leaving it be. And then if we flip it over, that is not sticking. We've got, I added that, and I put our cover on. Or I may just need to leave it alone for a while. But we have got our cover. It's so exciting. Let's see if I've got a text block in here somewhere. I've got another journal I was working on. Slide it in there just to give it some. Okay, there we go. So we have got our cover all done and ready. Quite the adventure. So fun. I have not done anything quite like it ever before, and I love it. I think it is beautiful, and it was challenging and so much fun. Okay, so now our cover is done. And our next step is going to be to get the paper to go inside. I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do elastics in here. So I think I'm going to do 3 eyelets and put elastics in them so that you can remove the signatures while you're working on them. I haven't just fully decided on that yet, but that was my thought. So next time we'll put those in, as well as select all of our papers and put all of that together so that we have a full journal ready to fill up when we start the Dephemerember actual things. So thank you for going on this adventure with me. I hope that you had a chance to do something outside of your comfort zone. Get a little messy and crazy and do something that just makes you happy, puts a smile on your face, and that when you finish it, you look at it and you're like, hell yeah, just like this cover is for me. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I hope that you have a lovely day. Bye, everybody!